So this is how to use MakeMusic, formerly known as Smart Music. So once we get logged in, which again, your login is going to be your school email and the password will be your student ID number. You should be able to join our classes. Class codes will be posted either on the board or on Schoology, or we'll be joining as a full class. Once you are into the class, yours will look a little different than mine, but you can go and join and click on your class, and in there you will see both your method book and a playlist of scales and exercises for us, and then as well as somewhere you will see the assignments, which should have some of our concert repertoire songs. So let me show you a couple things in case we're not at the point where you have specific songs, but maybe you have your method book. Okay, so if you click on the method book, it should go here, and it will know eventually once you put in your instrument what instrument you're playing, and you can find whatever it is you're going to. So let's say we are playing climbing, and you can see your part, and you're going to click the blue button, open your part. Now here it has my part, and this is such a powerful tool. Let me walk through quickly a couple things that you can do with this. So first of all, you can play, and it will show you what this is going to sound like. And you can turn down the accompaniment to hear just what your part sounds like. And you can turn on the metronome or off the metronome, and you can even add subdivision so it clicks twice as fast. So that's the 8th note to be clicking there. We will be using recording assignments, so eventually you'll see that there's a camera here. There will be a camera button when that function is on. You can turn the camera off so that it doesn't distract you, but still record with the camera so that I can see. It'll still be able to record so I can see your fingers or your slide position or anything like that. So that's what this button is for when we have playing assignments like that. So you can adjust what you like to hear there. Over here you can adjust the tempo. So let's say this song was a little too slow. I'm ready to take it faster. So right now it's going at 80. If I hit enter, now it's going even faster. Or let's say that was too fast and I need to slow it down. So you can adjust the speed there, or you can reset to what the written tempo is with that button right here. This is a count off, so how many clicks it's going to give you before you start. I usually recommend whatever the time signature is, and that's what the default for MakeMusic is. All right, so that's the track section. Up here you can change over to My Takes. So when we're recording, you'll be able to hit the record button. You're going to need to make sure to allow all of this stuff. And anytime you record, it'll save your takes up here, or you can delete them so that you can go back and let's say you did a take and you're like, well, that was pretty good, but I want to try, see if I can do better. You try it and then the other one's not good, so you can go back to your other take up there and submit that as the assignment. Assessment. This is where it will auto-grade you when you're playing. So it will listen to you play, and it'll show you, like this note will be red if I accidentally played an E instead of the D. And it'll show me this note was too late or something like that. And then you can change the tolerance for how strict it is. So strict tolerance would be like it's very picky about in tune and on time, whereas easy, it's a little more lenient. Loop is where you can set up to do a specific section over and over again. So whatever you have highlighted, it'll loop that section. So let's say I just want to practice measure 1. It's going to keep looping measure 1, and it'll count me in, or I can turn off that count off with this. Okay. Oh yeah, use the count off. No, I don't want that between loops. Okay. Display, you can turn on colorblind mode. I'm not exactly sure what that does. It changes some with the color for you, I'm sure. And then right now you can see it's highlighting the measure I've got. You can turn that on or off depending on what you like. And the beat cursor. This is so you'll see this blue bar following along the music. I've got it set to follow along with the beat. You could change that to just flow constantly, or be on the notes, or not there at all. If you want to challenge yourself however you like with that. And then we don't have the print feature. Okay, so that's all of the different things you can do up here. Now, the really cool thing about MakeMusic here is how you can use it to figure out notes. So let's say I'm down here and I'm like, I don't know what this note is. I don't know what that chart means. You can hear what the note sounds like by clicking this button. And you can see the fingering for the note by clicking on this button right here, no matter what instrument you're using. So this is violin. I could change to, let's say I wanted to, oh, this is an orchestra song. I could change to, if I was in the band book, I could change to any instrument and see the fingering for that instrument and hear it played by that instrument. If you go back to your class, you'll see this playlist here, which can change. For right now, it's got all these scales in here. So these are scales that hopefully everyone can learn. You can pick your instrument. So for now, I'll do saxophone so that everyone can hear that. Here's alto saxophone. Again, once you have your instrument selected, it'll know your instrument and won't assume you're changing. So here we have our scale. So this is an example of our major scale. And arpeggio at the end. All right, and same thing. You can click on here, hear the note played by that instrument, or see the fingering for whatever instrument or whatever note you might be playing. All right. If you go up to assessment, or I'm sorry, where is it? Here we go. Display. Display is where you can change the key signature of whatever scale you're doing. So right now I'm on A major, which is the scale for saxophone, also known as concert C major, which has 0 sharps. C major is the same key as A minor, and A major for saxophone is the same as F sharp minor. So the first one is what it's called for your instrument, and then the concert is what it is for the entire band, what the band director will say. 3 sharps is how many sharps are in the key signature for saxophone. So let's say we were doing concert B flat major. I would scroll through here until I said concert B flat. That has 2 flats for the non-transposing instrument, but saxophones actually have 1 sharp. That's their G major. So here that is. I can scroll through and be like, oh, well, I know I have F sharp. What's the fingering for that? Oh, that's right, second finger. Okay, you can see the alternates if you change through, but always the first one is going to be the default, the main one that you should learn. And I can hear that note, and I can check it and double check with my instrument, and then once I'm ready to go, I can play it. Slow that down or whatever I need. So there's tons of good exercises in here, and what I recommend doing is going to the music catalog, and here is where you can search for literally anything. So like right here you see it suggesting Minecraft. I could come learn to play the Minecraft song just by exploring. Right, there's the flute part, and I could hear it. Or whatever you want. If there's a song, like a band song you know, like right now our band is playing Reflections of Asia, I could search for it, and there it is, and I could open it no matter what part I'm playing. So like right now I don't have an assigned part, it's going to guess flute. I could scroll down, let's say I'm playing mallet percussion. I could go down here, and there's my mallets, and I could click on a note and say, where is that note? Oh, there's that note, and I could hear it, and I could play. Turn down the metronome, turn down my part, I want to hear mostly accompaniment, or whatever you want. Okay, there's thousands and thousands of songs in here, so explore whatever you like and have fun.